Have you ever tried to lean down or build some muscle, but you never seem to see any progress? Then I recommend that you watch this video, as I will give you one of the most powerful tools when you're trying to reshape your body. Hi, my name is Christian, and I work with experienced gym goers from all over the world take control of their nutrition, training and lifestyle so they stop wasting their time and finally get the results that they deserve. Teaching my clients how to manage their ingoing calories through the use of an app called MyFitnessPal is a core element in my coaching. This app is a great opportunity to track and measure your food so you make sure that what you're eating and drinking throughout the day is in accordance with your goals. In addition to that, it is also a great tool that teaches you a lot more about the foods that you eat on a regular basis. And that's exactly what I want to teach you in this video. Take my client Michael. He's a busy guy who works long shifts at a very physical job. When he gets home from work later at night, he doesn't have a lot of time or energy to go to the gym and potentially waste time. Before we started working together, he'd been spending a lot of time in the gym doing all the exercises and thinking that he did all the right things. The problem was he never saw the results that he wanted. I think this is a typical example of someone who really wants to change their physique, but they just need that little bit of knowledge and tools to help guide them on the way so they're getting the progress that they deserve. And that's exactly what Michael presented to me when he contacted me. He was sick and tired of running in loops and feeling like he had to start over all the time, never seeing the progress that he wanted. So we quickly got to work, and after a quick audit of his lifestyle and in particular his nutrition, we quickly narrowed down the problems that he was facing. He thought that he was eating according to his goals, but once we started tracking everything he both ate and drank, we quickly saw that the calories that was coming in was not in accordance to the goals of losing a few pounds and building some muscle mass. Furthermore, we also learned that the big part of his diet was not nutritious enough to give the body the environment it needs to build muscle mass. Using MyFitnessPal in this context is brilliant, as we can then break down the calories into macro and micronutrients, and then from there really elevate things. We then put all the changes in action that needed to happen in regards to his nutrition, lifestyle, recovery, and also training wise, following a structured training program with progressive overload so that it stimulated his muscles in the right way for growth. As you see in the picture right here below, it didn't take us long before we actually took about 10 kilos of body fat off his midsection, revealing his nice and defined muscles underneath. And now we switched focus to a full-on muscle building approach. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about how you can get started with MyFitnessPal so you can achieve the same results as Michael and potentially broaden your knowledge about the foods that you're eating and how you can optimize it in your life. You see, the thing about calories, if you don't track them, you're basically navigating the most important element blindfolded when it comes to physical changes. By utilizing an app like MyFitnessPal, you can structure your day from a caloric standpoint, so you signal your body for it to make the changes that you're after. Weight gain, weight loss, maintenance, etc. It all depends on the amount of calories that you eat. And if you don't track those, then how are you going to know where you're at? Most people nowadays are eating way too many calories for their lifestyle, their body, and just general activity. And obviously that's why obesity is such a big problem as it is today. By using MyFitnessPal, you will not only take a giant leap in terms of your physical progress, but you're also going to understand food in a completely different way than you've done before. You will learn how to look at food and not only see a tasteful experience, but look at food and then know what this style of food does to your body. You will understand the term eating for pleasure versus eating for purpose. And if you're serious about changing your physique, you're gonna have to eat for purpose versus always eating for pleasure, which is what society is based around, going out to restaurants, eating delicious food, etc. Once you learn to count your calories, you will also be able to move them around your day like building blocks, opening up slots of open calories that can be spent on comfort foods. And by doing that and incorporating it into your total calorie allowance for the day, you'll be able to enjoy those without gaining unwanted weight. Great! Counting calories is the first step in this whole food counting process. Once you get that nailed down, counting your macronutrients, your protein, fats, and carbohydrates is an obvious next step that is actually relatively simple once you understand the basics of how to count and weigh your food. Whether you would like to do that, that is obviously very individual, but the biggest problems nowadays can be solved from simply just getting understanding of how many calories that you're eating and then how many calories you should be eating in order for you to achieve your goals. So this is what I need you to do. Step number 1, go to calculator.net and find their TDEE calculator and calculate your total daily energy expenditure. When they ask for your activity level on that graph, make sure you base that off how many steps you're doing every day instead of X amount of trainings every week. That's going to give you a much more precise representation of your lifestyle, sedentary versus highly active. Step number 2, you need to either create a deficit or a surplus from that TDE depending on the goals you wish to achieve. If you're here for a weight loss, deduct 500 calories from your TDE or 5 to 10%. If you're for a weight gain, you can add 500 calories to your TDE, obviously giving more room for muscle growth, or 5 to 10%. You can easily go overboard here and be too aggressive and go either way too low in calories and create all sorts of other problems, and vice versa. You can also add too much to your TDE if you wish to build muscle, and then you will see a much bigger fat gain compared to the amount of muscles that you're gaining. So my recommendation is here, a weight loss minus 500, weight gain plus 500. Stick with that for a while and see the results you're getting, and that should be fine for the majority of people. It's not very restrictive and you'll be able to live a good life without feeling terribly hungry every single day, which is great for longevity, but most importantly, long-term sustainable weight loss. Step number 3, take MyFitnessPal and start constructing your day of eating. Make sure that you set, let's say, 3 meals every day, maybe a snack. I always recommend that everyone should eat 3 meals every day to keep your blood sugar stable. So let's say breakfast, lunch, and dinner with 1 snack in the afternoon. Try to create your day of eating and then make sure that in the end of the day is in accordance to your total calories. This is a very, very interesting experience because a lot of people really get an eye-opening experience about how many calories they have been eating prior to doing this. Now step number 4, and that is obviously you getting to work. You have your little meal plan. Now make sure you stick to it. Make sure that you track and log all foods, all drinks that you have throughout your day. If you stick with this with up to 12 weeks, you will be able to see some great results that other people are gonna envy you for. And they're gonna ask you for your magic little recipe for success. And you within yourself can only know that you put in the hard work, you did it the right way, and you did it in a way that you can keep doing for even longer if you want to. Now you also have the tool to, at one point, once you've dropped all the fat that you want, you can switch it around and then go into a muscle building phase. And by controlling your calories doing that and not going too much over your TDEE, you'll be able to gain some nice lean muscle without putting on too much fat in the process. Of course, this requires that you are pretty precise with the calories that you're eating, even in your muscle building phase. A word of caution here is that MyFitnessPal can obviously be used to track all sorts of foods. It means that if you are on 15, 16, 1700 calories, you would be able to eat that amount in ice cream every day. Would you lose weight on, if it was a 500 calorie deficit? You would, but it would not be a healthy weight loss, because what you are left with after your weight loss is a body that is not nutritious, it's not healthy, it hasn't been getting all the healthy fats, the proteins, etc. that it needs for proper organ health and function. So make sure that the calories that you're eating, try to stick to 3 meals so that you're thinking of the saying, you are what you eat. Make sure that the meals are nutritious. You have healthy fats, you have your proteins and your carbohydrates so that you fuel yourself with energy every single day. And like I said, the end result of your weight loss is a body that is healthy and fully functional. Now, if you liked everything I just said and you would love to try this yourself, I have made a PDF starter's guide document on how to get started with MyFitnessPal. And I give that out completely free because I want to help as many people as possible. The only thing you have to do is just read down in the caption and I will send you your copy completely free. And if you get started on it, I would love to hear how you get on with it down the line. Share this video with anyone you know that could potentially benefit from this, because yeah, sharing is caring, right? Hope you enjoyed this video. Good luck.